Hello and welcome to DWTT. This is Gary, and this is my five for the Arsenal versus Benfica first leg, away leg for Arsenal in Rome, a 1-1 draw. So yes, I'm exhaling. I guess we'll first start with a little bit with the lineups, and then we'll get into the five. We use the exact same lineup from the previous game, which I always feel like it's going to be a good thing until I see it. And same things happen. We see the same squad go out there, and we don't see any growth, I think, from one game to the next of them getting better. I know it's a different opponent, a different situation, travel, all of that, but they should know each other a little bit better, you would hope. But we didn't see any of that. It looked like they hadn't played with them, each other for a while, and the game was pretty drab. It was pretty slow. It was pretty boring. We had opportunities, but we just couldn't finish. I mean, it was just not a good game. I think we could play better than that. Uh, the bench, of course, was pretty strong. You've got Tierney was back, Lacazette, you got Holding, you got Pepe, you got Marie, you got Martinelli all on the bench, so we're pretty strong there. What was surprising to me was Nelson wasn't on the bench, but we had our third string core. I think we had one of our youth team goalie keepers on the bench, so that was a little interesting. I guess maybe the answer for that is Nelson is just not part of the future. All right, let's move on. Let's talk a little bit about the game. We want, as I said, it was a draw. I think there were probably two or three goals that we should have potentially been put away with all the opportunities we had. Aubameyang had the most chances, and you expect at least one of them to go in, and he did not complete any of them today. It's pretty bad form from him today. He's out there for goals. We gave him opportunities. He didn't finish them. So I think there were at least two or three goals that we should have actually put away. Should have been at least a 3-1 game at the least. The goal they got was a handball and Mills throw on a corner where I think we let the ball get too easy into our box from a corner that it wasn't even it wasn't a long kick, and it was a little dribble pass into the box, and we gave up an own goal, a handball when he wasn't able to close out the defender, the shooter in time, and turned his body and opened up in handball. Uh, Leno probably could have stopped. I'm reaching here, but Leno made a little, saw the kick, the penalty kicker kind of a hop, and then he hopped too, and then I think that was all she wrote. If he stayed on the ground, maybe he gets it, but I'm not gonna blame him. I guess I'm being picky, but all in all, let's go into our my five. My five for today. Before the game, I said, you know what? I want to see Leno, Luis, Cedric, Erdegar, and Aubameyang. Leno, if we look at him, I think I think it was a tough day for him in the sense that when he did get his hands on the ball, it was a little. I think the weather was just really bad. The field was really bad, so the game was really slow. But when the ball comes at him, I think it was had a little sting to it. Yeah, he made one stop to where he coughed it up, was able to recover it pretty quickly. Otherwise, I think he had a really good day clearing, getting the ball, making stops. So not a bad day for him at all. Glad to have him in there. I think Ryan could have probably done a similar job today, which is good to say that we have a decent backup that on his good day is good with Leno. Maybe not on his best day, so we'll take that. Next up was Luis. I don't. I think he played last game, and I guess now I've got this feeling that you know what? Maybe he doesn't need, not really deserve, but he doesn't need to play back-to-back games. I think between Gabriel, Marie, and Holding, I think those are our top three center backs, and we should be able to get them in most games. And maybe Luis comes in for spot duty when we need it. But um, I don't know if the Gabriel, Marie, the Gabriel Luis combo works as well. I'm seeing it more and more, and I'm not liking it. So I think the Marie Holding works better. I'd like to see Gabriel get into the mix, but we'll see how that goes. Uh, so we'll see. Marie and Holding are healthy, I believe, so hopefully they get to play, and would like to have seen them play today if the plan is to play them later. So we'll get into the end of the game as well, the next game as well. We'll talk about that at the end. Next up for me was Cedric. Um, Cedric, what can I say? First, he made the cross for the score. It was a nice cross right in there to Saka, who pushed the ball away. Really good play from him. One of the things that I think by having him out on the left, I guess I want to see him back on the right. I feel he's more comfortable there. Having Tierney come back into the game today was pretty good to see him play. So I don't know what that means for Cedric. Hopefully it means he moves out to the right. I feel like Bellerin still kind of worries me on the defensive end. He does move forward pretty well, but he gets stuck up there, and we're just not good on the retreat when they counterattack us. And he's never back on time. Somebody always has to cover for him. Maybe it's part of the game plan, but it seems to always put us out of position when that happens. So, hopefully we see Cedric on the right, but we'll know more, I guess, when it comes this weekend. Next up was Erdegar. Every time I see him come out, I feel like he's given us more and more, getting a little bit more comfortable. I would have liked to have seen him take a shot. He got a ball right on the inside of the 18. Would have liked to have seen him just take that. He took one earlier. He took one in the last game he was at from a way out. Would have liked to see him take that one and just get him comfortable. I want to see him score. But all in all, I think what we're seeing from him is that, he's going to fit in well there. I know there was some talk about him playing, in that middle position and taken away from Milsroof Row. I'm not sure about why they both get to play side by side in two back-to-back games when we know Milsroof Row works really well in the middle as well in that 10 spot, I believe. So why not have him stay there? Be nice to see. So maybe we'll see on this weekend if Milsroof Row comes back or if Erdegar stays where he is and Milsroof Row gets some rest, which is probably going to be good. So otherwise, he's done good for me. I like what I've seen from Erdegar. And last but not least is Aubameyang. I guess at least today. Uh, the first comment I have on this is from a hat trick to this. Yeah, we went from a hat trick to pretty much three decent opportunities that he had, and just wasn't able to get anything from any of those. Uh, the first opportunity early in the game, nice cross came in from Bellerin. It it gets past. He's got to put that on frame. All right, he's got to make the goalie work for this. He kicked it essentially straight from where he was coming and straight out of bounds. Just not a good. It's not a good. That's a sitter in his book. He should be able to put that ball between the posts at least and make the goalie have to work, but he didn't. Then he had an opportunity early in the game from a long pass that came in. I can't remember who sent in the long pass, but I believe it was from one of the defenders. He gets there one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and for some reason he doesn't get the ball from out of his feet in time, gets closed down, and pretty much shoot out of there. Um, Opportunities that I would have liked to see them maybe take that, maybe one touch and shoot, but it seemed like he wanted to have a lot more. Throughout the game, I kept saying we just like to have our touches inside the box, and it looked like one of those games over and over again. Too many touches in the box, they close us out. We could lose the opportunity. Uh, Also, offsides. Aubameyang was offsides so many times today. Too many times. I mean, he doesn't even come back sometimes, but he's off running, and it just, I think he had two offsides in the first 3 minutes of the game, and it didn't. It kept going. So I think in that sense, I don't know if he was off or pressing or whatever, but he just wasn't didn't have a good day. And maybe back-to-back games is what we're going to get sometimes. This kind of performance is what we're going to get when somebody comes back and gives us a good game. We're going to have some blips. So we'll see. We're used to him being able to play every game, and even on his bad days, sometimes provide some support. Um, so one of the highlights of this was that this is the first time in about over 2 years that we played the first 11 in back-to-back games. Surprising, but I guess that's where we want to get to that point where we can play the same 11 in back-to-back games and we can see them continue to perform. Um, The other thing that I looked at is this is the last set of games that, as far as the goals that we've given up and kind of how they've all had a kind of a weird feel to them. Not like the teams that we've played have done enough to beat us. I mean, I don't think Benfica did enough to beat us today. We should have been able to get a win at least. Um, you look at it today, we had a handball, then against Leeds we go up four, and then we can't hold on and make some mistakes there. Villa, the first 70 seconds, the Wolf game, Luis kind of falls asleep. Well, I guess I would say the whole team fell asleep at the defense fell asleep at that point, but Luis had did Luis things. Holding, I think, could have helped out, but in general, we've fell asleep at the wheel. We've had lapses, and that's going to be a problem for us going forward. All right, so not sure there's anything else more I want to add to that. Um, I think that'll be it for the day. I think what I wanted to say on top of that. Um, Hope you enjoyed the segment. Remember to, if you can, subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss the next show. I'll try to do these right after the game or, within 24 hours of the game, depending on what time it is. Uh, Leave a comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Come on, you Gunners. And as I like to say, life is a journey. Don't waste the trip. Enjoy the ride. All right, thanks.